Boom. All right. We're here with the IWAR Gold Strategy Workshop number 96. Woo,
Yeah.
doggy. Uh, we come off a cycle with lots of good scores. I had the surprising 501 that actually took a Metro and a Asian title. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. But I will forever curse ASL's champion for ruining my shot. But no, things are going well this cycle. So I figure either A, we can take it easy, or we can just swing for the fences. So
Always
lots of
tough to
options.
follow up with another one.
Right. So have at
Just
it.
looking. Let's see here real quick.
Hmm.
I just want to see something there. Oh, he took the world title and he got $27 for that league title. He's he got
Damn
everything.
you! That's all right.
All right.
Barry Barry got a nice pat in the back.
You get a belt. No, wait. Which one did you get? You got elite?
No, Metro and
Oh, he got
Asian.
a yeah, he got elite. So you got Metro
Yeah.
because his league wasn't quite good enough.
That's right.
All right. So yeah, bad news is last cycle, I think we started with was it something like 48 combinations, something like that.
Yeah.
After we go through the initial stuff, we're going to still have 192,
Oh boy.
and we'll have some tough choices. So we'll go through those. First, we'll go with what we can cut. So 28s will go out because it already hit this cycle. The 28-27 was last gold. Two golds ago was 27s.
Yep.
And three ago was also what happened in Still. So unfortunately, that means that all we cut out of the first two feds was one double drop.
Yeah.
And one of the previous cuts in gold was a double drop. So
Right.
you got nothing out of one fed, a double drop out of one, and one of your previous to cut was a double drop. So that's why we're kind of at that max starting number.
Mm.
Uh, That's also why I would take the risk. We know it's hit a little more this year, like what, twice out of every Fed.
Yes.
But the four gold to go, I would recommend go ahead and risk cutting that one and not using it. Small chance, but don't be upset if it goes. It's better to just not do that.
Yeah.
And then 33 and 5, we'll takes that one out with the 25s from two cycles ago.
Right.
So that leaves us 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I would go out on a limb and say the 26s probably shouldn't happen. We know we were surprised a few cycles ago with a second 27-27 already,
Right.
but I think it's pretty slim that you'll get a 26-26 a second time at this point. Uh, if you like taking
Mhm.
a double drop, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Probably not the worst this cycle, since you see there's
A lot of crossover
8 of
coverage.
the
Yeah.
12 combinations, 9 counting the double drop that would have a 26. I don't see 12 and 28. So yeah, neither of the previous 25s was a 26 though, right? Yeah. So if you did go all in on assuming it's got to be one of those two, you're on this side. And we'll look at that in a minute. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. The back, it could actually be any combination.
Oh,
The thing we know we should do, the 45s, pretty much what 90 plus percent of the time, if 90's a 45, go ahead and put it at the 44. So put those two right there at the end, and you should have your 43, your 44. But beyond that, pretty much everything's an option. A few things to note on, really things that just don't happen that often. You see the 43-1 is when it six in a
hmm
row.
Yeah.
Uh, you have to go back 3 or 4 years. We did have one stretch that was a little longer,
Right.
but yeah, you kind of you have to make the choice of assuming something that is rare is just going to continue, and you might benefit and get a couple cycles out of just blindly following, but it's also likely not happening again. So that's kind of a tough one.
Yeah.
Um, you also see three in a row that were the 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. I think there's that same little stretch had one instance where all of that happened. So that leads me to believe either we're in this little area here that
Mm-hmm.
it's going to continue probably 2 or 3 more cycles, or it's got to be done right now. And I usually bet against those and get disappointed when I'm wrong. But if you wanted to go against that, that means you wouldn't use the combination of 63 and 85. You
Right.
would use either 63, 61, or 73, 85, or 73, 61 as your 11 and 12. Um, just as unusual as, that shouldn't repeat.
Right.
It's become really rare that we're seeing the 2 and the 2.
Mm-hmm.
For a while, we were consistently every sixth cycle, we would get one. You see, it's within six basically every time over, was that probably close to a 2 year span. Um, Sometimes we get an extra, but usually not. I don't know if that means we would consider it overdue and it should be one,
Right.
or you can just rely on it not being so. You may be safe if you don't use 7361 or 6385 and go somewhere in between and get at least one, maybe both. I think that's where I would end up with that instead of trying to go on one side or the other and risk missing
Mm-hmm.
both.
Yeah.
Because if you miss both, you're not going to have a chance to start at all. And this is one of the 4-star cycles. This is the last one. So,
All right. Yeah, this is the cycle we want to nail the
uh,
45. Thanks. Thanks for the timing, guys.
yeah, tough one. If they would have done last one, that would have been pretty good.
Mm.
Now you see, kind of here, this is the thing when we did have those two stretches where we had multiples like this.
Yeah.
You see, it was a 2-1 and then a 1-2. So I do think you're probably safe to play in the middle there and use, let's see, it was 63, 61, and 73, 85. So one of those two is what I would recommend. Like I said, you can go completely on one side or the other, but that has the bigger risk of just a
Right.
terrible, terrible strat. So
Oh no.
nothing perfect about that logic. It's just kind of going off 1 or 2 instances we've ever seen of it. So
Right.
yeah, it's kind of it's just a spot that we don't have, very often at all on any Fed. And yeah, unfortunately, when they get in these spots, it's either that it's going to change drastically back to, kind of balancing out, or they just let it go for way too long, it seems.
Well,
So we'll see what this one is. We'll know
right.
more of the cycle on that. But yeah, my recommendation would be kind of be in the middle. And then the 42 versus 41, you know, we were on good tracks with when we saw this, we said, hey, we should really have some 41s. And then we saw all the 41s. And
Yep.
then we said, hey, we should see some 42s. Well, now we have a really good mixture, so it's not like it's leaning towards one or the other.
Yeah.
And that's going to be very tough to decide on that. We had a 41 in the first, and then 42. The only thing I'm trying to kind of decide on since I don't really know much about what gold could be, because it could be either, I almost want to say that diamond needs to be a 41 this cycle.
Yeah.
If diamond would be a 41, and they do the 3 and 3, which last cycle they did not do. They did a 4 and a 2 split between 42 and 41.
Oh, Johnny B.
Um, but of the instances they've done a 4-2, which are pretty rare in their own, I don't think we've had a follow-up back-to-back cycles with one. So I would almost make the assumption that if I think diamond goes 41, that gold would be a 42. Or if you think this is going to continue and be a 42, I'd put a 41 here. I think it'll end up 2 and 2 out of the first four. Uh, but really tough to tell which one. Yeah, I know that's not an answer, but
Right.
kind of where we're at. So if we had all four options and we have two options here, that's eight backs. So if you leave it at that, you're at 96 options. If you can decide on one, and like I said, I would lean towards the 42s a little bit, but again, if you're playing to get the star and really boost by getting 4 stars,
Right.
41s usually help you there because you can't go down. You can only go up. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much the back. It's going to be really tough. It's like in still, I got the front right, and I had to use so many back options that most of them were really bad. Like some missed both 45s, most missed 145, so I only had a couple that were decent by
Yeah.
the end. Um, that's why, you got to almost make one of these assumptions, just cut out some of it, and I think that's what we did there. So I think that's better on the back, but
Right.
yeah, it's still not great. Um, of what's left on the front, the 2 cycles ago, 25s were 5 and 33.
Right.
And we're kind of at a point we knew up until it got us right here.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we had the three in a row, it was a yes, no, and then we got some yeses. This is the only one out of the like last 5 instances, I believe, that didn't have that.
Right.
But if I wanted to just guess with very little else, which we don't have, yeah, I think we're headed towards a few yeses, would be my guess. And if so, that's the quickest way to cut down what we have here. So
Yeah.
just to recap, 26s are very unlikely. Uh, we cut these down to two just because everything we see should switch it to one side or the other. And yeah, then if you pick one here, you could get down to four, but here you could split to six. So if you went all in on 42s or 41s and you went to one side of this, then you're down to 24 options.
Hey.
Because I think those are the decisions you have to make to get down to what you're
Right.
really focused in on. Otherwise, you're just going to be too scattered with what you do.
Yeah.
But I think that's about it.
Yeah, I mean another rough, interesting cycle, but hopefully
Yeah,
can pull something out. I'm leaning towards, gambling a little bit, but I really want those stars. So
yeah, yeah.
I'll probably do is the guys that I want to get more stars with, I'm probably gonna have them go 41s
Yeah,
and take
unfortunately, my guy
points.
that's barely into the top 20 stars, he did not get one today, so that hurts the cycle.
Yeah,
He really needed that. He's at like 132.
it was funny. I saw the top 20 money earners and LePage Turner was the very bottom at 20, and I was like, somebody was inactive. So if I'm
Maybe
making a
we'll
list,
post it
somebody
up.
wasn't
I
active.
think I'm like 4 million away from being on that, so I won't be
Yeah.
there anytime.
Well, what's really funny is Turner, I keep winning tournaments and events with, and he keeps cashing in. Like, so he gets like
Mhm.
more, like he won the Johnny B Cup, so it's like those things add up, but it's just funny how he keeps winning them. But he's still like way, pittance compared to other guys, but it's getting there. But yeah, I think we're in a good spot. I would say go with your gut, as
Mhm.
always. And
Unfortunately,
hopefully,
this typically happens after you have one of those really low where everything lines up well. It won't quite do that again, but it'll circle back in next cycle or in three. We should have a really good one again where we just enter the day with like 40 or less options. So it'll happen again this year. We just
right,
gotta wait it out a little bit.
right. All right. Well, any uh any baseball predictions?
No, I did pick one of these up today.
Uh-oh, what's
Uh,
that?
I think they're terrible today, but wanted to add a new Maker's Mark Cincinnati Red bottle to my
Oh,
shelf. There's um the major collectibles.
yeah.
They do these LJN style figures, and they got a baseball license, and they're doing a Macho Man Cincinnati Reds themed one. And so
Okay.
that's why I wanted to get one of these so I could put it by him on the
Nice.
show.
There you go. Yeah, the Red Sox today made a trade for like two like so-so pitchers. It's like such a typical Red Sox move. Hey, we can make this big move. Yeah, last time we did that, we got Pedro Martinez. Let's not do that again.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
was
man.
watching the Reds game and they were up 4-0 when I left, and then I checked when I stopped like 40 minutes later and they were down 11-7. It
Yeah,
all happened.
I've been doing the hit a home run thing, and I'm terrible at it. I'm just like I can't
Was
pick.
this the one where you stacked like five or six together?
Yeah, so like right
Yeah.
now, I have two out of four right. I have Cal Raleigh and Ellie De La Cruz hit home runs, but
Hmm.
Josh Naylor and Eguino Sarares, however you say his name, have not yet. But they're both still playing. Um,
You have a cash shot on it, or they'll give you nothing?
not yet, no.
Yeah.
But it's a payout of
I'll get one
832.
more then. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Get
I
one
know.
more and you
Like
might have a cash shot. So
right, like if one of the guys hits a home run, then it's gonna be three out of four. But like I said, they're still playing, and it's the Rangers playing the Mariners, so they're all in the same game. So we'll see. As well as like I've been doing well with it. I've been doing a lot of like two out of fours, or I'll pick like two sets up. I'll do like two sets of three or two sets of four, and I hit two out of two on different ones, but it's not like the four. So I just do like a buck or two. I'm not doing big money at all. I'm just like having fun.
you've hit at least one though, right? Have you hit
Oh,
one?
I've hit a few in the past,
Okay.
yeah.
Good. And they pay out enough to cover what, probably 15, 20 more, something
Yeah,
like
well, I did really
that.
well last year with the football with like the picking touchdowns. So
Yeah.
that's fun because that way, like, you don't care about the score. You just want the guy to score. Like,
Hmm.
I don't care who's winning, just score a touchdown.
Yeah. Garbage time. They can be down 40-7 and you can be a winner.
I did do because my goofy football fa favorites is to do Patriots over 9.5 wins. You heard it here first. They're gonna win 12 games. Their schedule is loaded with cupcakes, loaded with bad teams. And they're that whole like, if they get McLaurin, that's the talk up here right now, is that they're
Yeah.
gonna try to poach McLaurin from the
So they'd
Commanders.
have Diggs and McLaurin. That
Oof,
sounds pretty good.
that would be really good. And May's showing himself to be pretty
Yeah,
handy.
I was thinking of their division. You get to play the Jets twice. You get to play Miami, who was a disaster last year.
Yep.
They could put it together again, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's I was
So you
looking at
lose
it.
to the Bills twice, and then you'll go
They
12
play,
and 3 against the rest.
yeah, they play like Pittsburgh, they play Cincinnati, they play the Ravens. So you got some hard teams in there, don't get me wrong.
They beat
But
Cincinnati
Cleveland,
last year, though.
yeah, but I'm just saying like, they
It
could
cost me a
win.
lot. That was week one.
Yeah.
They knocked me out of like every eliminator and everything.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, we'll call it a night, but the next time we're doing this will be preseason football, so we can talk about that.
Yep. Hall of Fame game was tonight.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Oh boy, yeah, we're right there on the corner then. So,
Hmm.
all right. Well, thanks for the expertise. It's helped me for sure. So everyone out there, if you haven't watched it yet, if you're watching this and still confused, there's the How to Win That Away video. It's on the IWAR homepage. There's also the multi-man specials will pop up at the end of these, and check them out. And hope you do well. All right. Thanks, Mike. See you in a few
All
weeks.
right. See ya.
Bye. And IWAR time!